Well, why aren't they recording, Dan? That's your job.
I turned them off after the episode was done.
Okay.
Start them up. This is the good stuff, the behind the scenes. Got the audio going. Greetings and welcome to the Computer Studies Podcast for this evening. It's evening now. I don't know what time it is when you're watching it.
It's evening because we say so.
It's dark outside right now. Look outside. Is it still dark?
Look outside.
If it's not, that means that the sun has risen.
Look at the cereal.
Congratulations. I'm your host.
Risen indeed.
He is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Okay.
Moving on.
Brethren loops. I'm your host, Stephen Elliott, and I have with me today
Dan Rao, computer science major.
And Josh Schorle, computer information systems major.
Very good. Thank you guys for joining me tonight.
Of course.
Or this afternoon, whatever it is for you. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
eSports.
eSports. Let's talk about eSports, because by the time this video comes out, we had better have had at least one eSports intramural tournament or some such nonsense. But at this point, when we are recording, hasn't started yet. So we're talking about stuff that are future, and we have no clue what's really going to happen. So this is all of our speculation as to what the future holds. Yep. So I'm going to let you guys know just a little bit about what eSports we're hoping to offer this semester, and then we can kind of talk about that if you guys are excited.
Secrets.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
And I'm kind of hoping that I'll get to compete still. I'll get to be on a team.
You should.
It would be fun. It'd be fun. We'll see who signs up, who's interested. But for this semester, so we're thinking about just starting off with one this semester. We're going to do Team Halo 5.
Right.
So Halo 5 is now free for PC, and using our new Classroom E computers that have the grunt to play Halo 5 at 4K, full resolution on nice 28-inch monitors.
It's wonderful.
It's going to be nice. So have you guys played Halo 5 at all?
I've mostly played Halo 1, and then I'm trying if we attempted to play Halo 5 for a bit, but then, because we didn't have the super nice computers, I feel like there's something we tried to do. But
we tried to get Halo 2 up and running.
2 is what it was.
And we had the Russian version, Halo Online.
Oh, yes.
We tried to get that working for a little while, and then it got shut down because it was totally illegal, and so we didn't use it. But you guys have suffered for a few years with me. I am a diehard Halo 1 fan because that was the game when I was getting into computer gaming back in the day. Halo 1 for PC, so much so that I bought 16 licenses for Halo 1 for PC, so I have 16 licenses of Halo 1.
And it has been well used.
Yes, it has.
It's been well used. Over the last 3.5 years that I've been teaching here, we've had major party after major party where we do 8v8 capture the flag.
Yeah, see, now I'm just going to be like, shoot, am I actually going to know any of the controls or know what I'm doing because all I know is the original.
It's amazing the difference. So have you guys played Halo 4, Halo 3, Halo Reach on Xbox, not on PC?
On Xbox
Reach.
I have.
I might, I was going to say on Xbox.
Because my freshman year of college, that's all we played. I can't remember which one it was, but it was Xbox, and there were the guys who
freshman
were just
year. You guys were probably Reach or 4. It was probably your
4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But they loved it to death, and that's all we played was that. It was great.
So completely different game. Halo 1, much slower, only a few weapons, and very simple maps and things like that. Halo 5, way more fast-paced. You're moving around a lot faster. Things are happening faster. Completely different game. I hopped into a game a couple weeks ago, which by the time this airs will be 3 months ago. I don't know, but
who knows?
Hopped in, and I think I died about 15 times before I figured out how to switch weapons. And I was like, oh, this is how this works.
That will be me.
That's why you set your options at the beginning of the game or before you jump in.
I wanted to learn the default controls. Because that way, if I switch computers,
look at what they are.
Yeah, I can look at them, but that doesn't mean I remember them.
Fair enough.
Man. Goodness. So anyway, hopped in. It was pretty rough. So we'll have to see how everybody else adjusts to it. But we're gonna do some teams. So maybe some capture the flag, maybe some team deathmatch. Not quite sure what it's gonna look like yet. But I think it'll be
probably
fun.
have it more figured out by the time this episode is out.
Yeah, and depending on interest, teams of 3, teams of 4. If we have enough people, we can't do teams of 8 because we only have 8 computers on. So teams of 4 will probably be what we end up doing. Which it'll be really cool to see how it works out. Now, after this semester with Halo 5, if it goes well, if we've got some interest, we may continue doing that. We've got a couple of other games that we're thinking about. I also happen to have 16 licenses of Command & Conquer 3, which is a really fun RTS if you haven't played it. Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. Great multiplayer in that one if you're into the real-time strategy.
See, I'm just thinking every time I've played that, I lose so terribly.
I feel so bad because there was one day, it was probably during class when half the class was gone, which my policy is if half the class is gone, we're not going to cover new material. We go ahead and we play some video games for some team-building exercises.
Yeah, and
so we played some Command & Conquer, and I think we put you in, and there was like 4 of us that knew what was going on.
Yeah, and
there was Josh,
he's
like, this is the first time I've played this.
I know nothing.
I'm trying. Your teammates ended up quitting on you. Like they had to get to their next class, and so they left, and you ended up just
So like all any potential good work that they did, gone. Wasted on this moron who knows nothing. Did we ever play that during the networking trip that we went on, or was that something else?
That was Mass Effect 3.
That was Mass Effect.
That's
3,
another fun game.
Which is a great game. Doesn't lend itself well to the intramural competition because it's a cooperative game.
Yeah.
But Andromeda is out now, and I haven't messed around with Andromeda at all. But I hear that there's some competitive multiplayer in that one as well. That's what I've heard. Haven't seen it. Don't know anything about it, but that's what I've heard. Command & Conquer is one of ours. Another one that now that we have computers with a little bit more grunt, Original Crisis. I've got a few keys of Original Crisis 1, which in 2009, if you had a computer that could run Crisis, you had an awesome computer. And even to this day, it holds up fairly well. And there's some really fun game types. Power Struggle, which is kind of like a capture the flag, but you have to hold a position. Your team has to hold a position in order to collect resources in order to get new weapons. So kind of a fun little first-person shooter with a different style of
different spin too, where you otherwise capture the flag.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if that one ends up coming up. A couple of other ones that we've been thinking about. Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, that's
yes!
Not one of my favorite games because the first time I played it, Jersey was teaching me how to play, and he told me never to right-click. Which, if you've played Heroes of the Storm, that's kind of a problem, as I understand it now. So for 20 minutes, I believe I was simply walking around the map, not attacking anything. Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Jersey.
No, I've only
not my problem.
That is exactly what he said when I told him that.
Because we tried to do that at a major party once, and there's a handful of people who had never played, and I was also someone
that is the time that I'm talking about. So you and I were like, we've never played this before.
Everyone else's was
sure,
like,
we'll try it.
We got this. We're gonna win. And at least me, I'm like, you're not gonna want me on your team, but you're also those people for a team.
Those of you who have no idea what Heroes of the Storm is, it's basically, if you've ever heard of League of Legends, you have your 3 lanes basically, and you're trying to destroy 2 main towers in each lane to get to a center core, which is the main base, and when that blows up, then your team wins. And
I'm going to pause you there for just a second because I want you to understand what I heard you saying.
Yes.
If I knew nothing about Heroes of the Storm.
Please.
So there's 3 lanes.
Yes.
And I'm trying to knock down towers in order to blow up the center.
Yes.
So this is a glorified version of bowling. And if I remember all of the pins, the bowling alley just blows up.
And see, if I remember right from the one time playing, I thought there was some boss creature that each team has that we're supposed to. But I might be thinking
there are
there's
objectives. And that's the thing is that there's all different heroes. You have your tanks that go out front. You have your assassins, which are very weak, but they do a lot of damage. Your healers, which is myself. But it's nice because I feel like League, if you want to be able to get good at it, you have to just play constantly. And you have to know a ton of things. This is a great game if you've never played this kind of game before. It's fast-paced. If you die, you come back quickly. Which
depends on how many times you die. My goodness. Yeah.
But I feel like you're not coming back at all.
It's a great game to kind of get into the sport and just be able to play some stuff with a bunch of other people, which is a lot of fun. So even if we don't do that for intramurals, there's still a lot of people on campus that play. So let us know and we'll get you in. We'll teach you. It's a lot of fun.
Dan will get you into it. So.
I will.
Which I'm just gonna add this. When I hear League of Legends, I just think of my freshman year here, where like everyone around my room, or at least it felt like everyone around my room was playing it, but like not me.
Oh, you had a Mac.
Well, yeah, and I know very well it's not meant for gaming, and I didn't have any intent of using it for that, but felt like everyone and like a couple people on the girls' floor just also played, but mostly the guys' floors.
Yeah. Another game we're thinking about doing for your intramurals, if we can make it work, Artemis.
Ooh.
Do some Starship Bridge simulation. You can do ship versus ship, or we could do some time trials as to who can clear a map of enemies the
That'd
fastest.
be interesting.
That'd be interesting.
And that's something we do for a lot of major parties.
And it's true. We do it for major parties. So if you haven't heard of Artemis, it's a Starship Bridge simulator. So each person on a team actually has a completely different role, and you are all commanding a starship together, or rather operating a starship together, with one person acting as the captain, receiving all the information from various stations, and telling people what to do.
Yeah.
So very fun game.
With that, you could technically have one team in one room and the other team in the other room, so you don't hear each other.
The one problem is we have no network link between the rooms.
Yep.
For network isolation purposes. So while I did think about that, and I thought it would be really cool because we could actually have completely distinct classrooms. And then you'd always have people complaining with, oh, they've got the nice computers and we've got the
bad I did think about that like before I said it, but like...
well, they have the bigger personal screens. They don't have the big projector for
it's true.
The front screen. I don't know.
Smaller screen in class.
That's why it's kind of like when you play a sport and
there's
you
that
switch
TV
sides of the field. Yeah. There are ways that you can get it work.
So anyway, there's some fun things coming up.
Yeah.
But we're looking for suggestions. So if you guys are interested in seeing a particular game played in the eSports intramurals, come talk to me about it. Put a comment in this video, and we'll see if we can make it happen. So we've gotten some support from the administration. They'd kind of like to see this happen since we've got the facilities for it, and it's another way that we can get students involved here at Emmaus. So let us know what you guys want to play.
And cross major, like
and so this is open not just to computer studies students, but also other major students. We have a lot of students who are interested in video gaming, which makes sense. You're college kids, of course you should be interested in video gaming. So very good. I actually forgot to start my timer at the beginning of the episode, so I have no clue how long we've been going. So I'm going to call it good, and if it's short, it's short. If it's long, it's long. But thank you guys very much for joining us, for watching this evening or this afternoon or this morning, whatever time it is. Click like and subscribe. That's what I've been told I have to say. Don't forget to visit our MySpace page. And
we do have Facebook, though. We do have a Facebook page. You can go like that.
That's
Facebook.
True.
Are we on Google Plus yet?
No.
Isn't that the coolest thing now?
No, absolutely not.
Bummer. So up behind the
Just
times.
because YouTube forces you to have some form of connection with Google Plus does not mean we are enforcing that one.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.